But first, those of you who are in the ground at about 2:45 will have seen our ladies do a lap of honour in respect of their championship win in the Greater London Women's League Division 1. And their trophy is up on the stage along with Dave Fairbrother, and we would ask the girls just to come up please and receive the trophy. As our captain Emily and Ella are the two representatives of the team that have gone up to receive their trophy, so well thorn between two roses.
Thank you very much for coming along tonight. It's been another brilliant season for this very special football club, both on and off the pitch. We've a lot to get through this evening, and I promise to keep my few words short and sweet. But don't bank on it. Now, I admit it is rather unusual to have our end of season party before the end of the season, but whatever happens over our last 3 scheduled games, it will have been another season to remember for us all. Now, it is hard to believe that this was the season that we all enjoyed the wonderful experience of being one of the first 2 English clubs to participate in the Scottish Challenge Cup. Memorable trips to Airdrieonians and Dublin. Who will ever forget the team coming out to the roar of 300 Sutton supporters at Dalymount Park in Dublin? Wonderful hospitality in Scotland as well as Dublin. Certainly trips that will remain long in the memory. Absolutely mad and wonderful at the same time was the expression used to describe the experience, which I totally agree with. These wonderful occasions that we've all experienced following this football club should never ever be taken for granted, and our continuing thanks to the management team led by Doz, Bairdy, Mickey and latterly Matt, and to our excellent squad of players. In the league we've done the game brilliantly, perhaps hampered at times by more than our fair share of injuries and of course some memorable refereeing performances. But just how well these players of ours have done can be seen by looking at the bottom of the National League table and spotting clubs down there that we would normally compare ourselves with. It's certainly been a long and at times very tiring season, so a huge thank you to all the players for all their efforts this season. A squad brilliantly led by Skip Jamie Collins that never ever gives up. Well done, lads. Whilst mentioning the Iron Brew Cup, it would be an opportune time to say well done again to the guys from SUFC TV. Absolutely brilliant over the whole season, which included streaming the games from Airdrie and Dublin back to the club for those unable to make the trip themselves. But it's not only the matches, but also the player interviews, the manager interviews, and all the other occasions captured on camera. So well done again to James, Clive, Terry, Tom and the gang, and of course Tony Dolbear for all his excellent commentaries. Thanks again to Paul Loughlin. He's sitting down here in front of me. Is there a club in the National League that has a more dedicated and excellent photographer than Paul? I very much doubt it. Thanks and well done to you, Paul. Our thanks, huge thanks go to Marvin Williams for the success of the Academy. He's done a magnificent job in looking after all the teams that come under his wing. The Academy in the National League Under-19 Alliance, we will probably finish 3rd. Suburban League side, still with a theoretical chance of the Championship, and the youth team will probably finish 7th, but had a fabulous run in the FA Youth Cup when we reached the 3rd round, only to depart the competition due to administration issues. Hugely exciting times though ahead for the Academy, with its planned expansion starting next season. The Sutton United disability teams have enjoyed their best season ever after making the FA People's Cup final at St George's Park, and also the finals of the FA South East Regional Disability Cup. We also occupy first and second positions in the Surrey Football for All Premiership. We now have one of the top teams in the South and are highly respected in disability football countrywide. So brilliant work yet again from last season's Club Man of the Year, Steve King, and his army of helpers. Well done to them. Ladies team, we've already acknowledged how well they've done this year, but they have done brilliantly winning that Division 1 of the Greater London Women's Football League, and they rightly deserve lap of honour before the match this afternoon. So well done again to Duncan and all the staff and players of the ladies team. The elite development section, which covers the under-7s to the under-16 boys, are also grabbing their fair share of success, as are the under-9s to the under-16s in the ladies section. Much too much to detail now, but of course no less an important part of this football club, so well done to all those. So thank you very much to all those volunteers, whether it's in the office, in the boardroom, as stewards, looking after the mascots. We couldn't do it without you. And finally, to all my colleagues on the management committee and directors, top work and well done, and thank you very much. Our supporters deliberately left until nearly the end. I have said it all before, but what support they give our players, both home and away. I've mentioned Dublin, but everywhere we go, they turn out in good numbers. Thanks to John Parsons of the Supporters Club for providing coaches to as many of the away games as it's viable to do. So to every one of our supporters who follows us around the country, thank you for spending all that time and money. It's very much appreciated, and long may it continue. Give yourselves a round of applause. Please show your appreciation in thanking everyone who contributes to making this club what it is. I'm proud to be the chairman, and I thank you very much for your support. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do one award now, which is the goal of the season, which is sponsored by the SUFC TV, and Tom Mitchell, one of our SUFC TV commentators, sat alongside me in several commentary boxes, large and small, during the season. We're going to come up and present the award. It was voted for, you'll see this on the forum and on the website over the last week. The top 3 goals. In third place was James Dobson's free kick at Barnet. And then very close between the top 2, with 34% of the votes, was player who's not at the club anymore, but Brandon Thomas Asante, and his goal at Bromley in the FA Trophy came very close to being the only player to win the goal of the season with his only ever goal for the club, but he came second. But just ahead of him, and much enjoyed by everybody who went to Scotland, was Tommy Wright's goal at Airdrie. Now, unfortunately, Tommy is not well, we are told. He's not here tonight. Tommy is not able to be with us tonight, but our manager Ian Baird, who lives down near Tommy in Hampshire, is going to accept the award on his behalf. So the goal of the season was Tommy Wright at Airdrie in the Iron Blue Cup.
Are we ready? Come on!
Only one ball. Only one. Milk it.
Haven't you found one yet?
Thank you, ladies. Just to let you know. Ball number 3, ladies and gentlemen! Ball number 3 is ball number 3.
Now the ladies are staying on the stage because they want to see this through to fruition, don't you? Dave?
Right, 1,250 quid. Ladies, 4 keys, 4 keys. 4 keys in there, only one of them works. Are we ready?
Pick it out. Wait a minute. Nothing in there. 50 quid.
Oh, it's 10 quid.
Wrong one.
The other one.
Yeah. Here we go. Tension. Go on. Come on. Brexit. Go on then.
So if Dave has chosen the right key, he wins 1,250 quid. If he doesn't, it's 50 quid, and it means that there's a minimum of 1,450 going to Maidstone plus whatever goals go on.
50 quid.
I'm sorry to say, ladies and gentlemen, that the right one is here.
And present the award for the Players Player of the Year, which is, as it says, voted for by the players.
Best player they got. Well done, Clive.
And the winner of the Players Player of the Year this season is Dale Bennett.
Which one? Good man,
The Secretary is going to come up and present this. And this award goes to somebody at any level or part of the club who makes a terrific contribution to the running of the club during the course of the year. It's Barry Applin Clubman of the Year award in memory of our late director and advertising director. And Ray is presenting it this season. The Clubman of the Year is John Parker, who, as was mentioned earlier, is down here a lot during the week doing all sorts of work around the club to let everyone see work, keep the club going, including putting up a stage just low enough to get up there. John Parker, the Clubman of the Year.
Two for the price of one. Ross Lafayette, number 9. It's always lovely to have a number 9, isn't it, on your back? Lovely and beautiful, nice figure. Ross Lafayette, 2 for the price of 1. He's going to give me a bullseye, 50 quid. 50 quid, 50 quid for Mike. Anyone give me 60? Mike Nicholson, 50 quid at the moment. Who wants to give me 60? Anyone want to give me 60? Ross Lafayette. Come on, Ross Lafayette. You must remember that goal at Wrexham, everyone who went there, surely. £50 for Mike Nicholson. If he gets these two, he's really he's doing well. £50. Mike Nicholson going once. Anyone want to give me 60 for these two? Ross Lafayette. Lovely, Terry. 60 quid. 70 quid, Mike. 70 quid, Mike. Anyone give me 80? 80, Terry? If I come over here, does that mean you put your hand up? 80 quid. Okay, 80 quid. Mike, do you want to give me 90? Is that someone at the back putting their hands up there? No? 90 quid, Mike Nicholson. Anyone want to give me a ton? Terry, you going to give me a ton while you follow? Ton it is. Ton 10, Mike? No. It's a ton going once. Ton going once for Ross Lafayette's 2 shirts. That's a bargain in my humble opinion. They're worth that alone. Going twice to the photographer. Terry, £100 sold. Well done, mate.
First and foremost, I would like to say some serious thank yous. Not now, Eastie. Not now. Even though you've got another year left. always needs to be buttoned down. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you very much to the chairman and directors for putting up with me and Doz, most of all. But being serious for a moment, when you've been around as many football clubs as I have, there's not many football clubs like this, and I'm being very, very serious here. Is not now, Eastie, that's the last time. Got 2 and out. Got 1 more, Eastie, and you will be out. I'm only joking, he did really well today. And by the way, he did get booked. Oh, he did get booked. He did. I've just gone for a shower again. But going back to the board and the chairman, this board have no agendas, and they let us get on with things. They don't intermingle, they don't ask us what players are playing, why so many players have been booked, although Bruce did do that last week. But no wonder, because we've got another massive fine coming. But I would like to say a massive thank you. And it is a pleasure to work with you, and long may it continue. So that's thank you 1.
Yeah.
Thank you 2 is to the medical staff, even though we only have 1 here, if you can call in medical. So, Cat and Ali, you're not here, thank you very much. But once again, 1 serious moment, a big, big thank you to Wayne Bob, who, I mean, I criticise him non-stop. I mean, the players love him, and you got to love a trier. He tries. But thank you, Wayne Bob. Thank you, number 2. And the third one is a big, big thank you to Mickey Stevens, Sebastian, Matt Gray, for once again putting up with me and Doz, changing the system at least 4 or 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, changing the players non-stop. Thank you for that, and putting up with us. The 4th one is, for me, he is the clubman of the year, the clubman of the season, the clubman of the clubmans. Is Clive Baxter. Yeah. I think that Jamie Collins and the players will echo this. He's absolutely fantastic. And you know, in football, kit men are usually horrible and selfish. They won't let you anywhere near the kit. They won't give you any kit. Believe you me, he gives me some kit. Full lots every year. I lose it, then find it, and then he gives me more back. But well, I was going to come on to that, Bruce. But listen, from the players and from me and from all the staff, Clive, a massive thank you. I've got 2 more thank yous to go. First and foremost it's not really a thank you, but it's actually the emergence of a couple of young players, a couple of players who've come in and played for us for absolutely nothing. They've come in and played us for expenses. First one, John Barden, thank you, well done. Don't ever, though, talk to me in an American accent during a game. Just need a sticker down the sides. It's ridiculous, mate. Ridiculous. But well done for coming into the side. Young Nez, I don't know if Nez is here. Where is he? He's not here. He's at the kebab room. Hey, Reece, that's the 3rd one, mate. I'm right on you as well. Young Nez, who's coming in, done very well. But I've got to say, Bradley Pearce. Yeah. And I'm going to be totally honest. The Doz has come out with one of his Dozes. I'm going to play Bradley Pearce away at Fylde. And for anybody who's, well, the supporters who've been up there, the lads who've played against him, they are decent. They've got one of the best, well, the top goal scorers in the league. I'm looking at Brad. All right, Doz, okay. Right. I'm watching him in the warm-up. 1-2 good Brad, was it? Passes were going astray. But I'll tell you something, he came in alongside Jamie and he was absolutely outstanding. And the performance he put in, and then consequently another, I think, 7, 8, 9 games was superb. The only slight letdown was when he announced on Twitter that he'd done a 3k, 5k run on a Friday. You don't do that on a Friday. Do you, Brad? That's a lesson learned. But unfortunately for him, you know, he come up with a metatarsal misdiagnosed again by the man down there. He don't get too many wrong this season. But I think Bradley, if he conducts himself and wants to learn, there's a big future in him, and that's where the future of the club lies. If you've got young players coming through, then it doesn't often make everybody happy. So well done, Brad, and continue. And lastly, the players. They probably won't be expecting this. I think the way you've got to look at it is, once again, Orient today, Chesterfield a couple of weeks ago, Salford a month ago. The resources, the playing staff, the support staff, you know, Chesterfield and Orient historically, massive league clubs. And don't take this the wrong way, compared to Sutton. And what the board do is fantastic, all the people that I thank, but at the end of the day, the players have to cross the white line. And football clubs are no good without players. And I think it's the 5th season I've been here. It's been progression non-stop. And if anybody knows me and does, we probably sometimes expect a little bit more than probably what we should have. But the reason for that is the players that we've had and the players that we've got have always done so well. You know, to wring everything out of them, that's probably a good analogy, but as I said to you, when those players cross the white line, they are the ones that have got to do it. It's not what me and Doz do, it doesn't what Wayne Bob always mess ups and everybody else, Clive Baxter, the kit man. The players have to cross the white line, the players have to deliver. And always at the start of the season, our aim is to be in the playoffs. You know, now, if you ask Bruce and AB, do they want that? Well, of course they want that. But to get into the playoffs then, you've got to then get into the next level. Do you want to go to the next level, the next level, the next level? And us as a football club, can we achieve that? Well, we always think we can. So 5, 6, 7 weeks ago, all the players are listening to is me and Dozzy criticising them for not achieving what we think they can achieve. And the players could have lied down then. They could have turned the lights off, shut the curtains and gone home. And it looked like that could possibly happen at one stage. But a second half performance, as I said today, against Havant and Waterloo was superb. A good performance away at Boreham Wood, 2-1 win. And the performance today was absolutely outstanding. Each and every one needs to be proud of that. And, you know, if we finish 10th, 11th or 12th, or we finish 9th, you know, 6, 7 weeks ago, me and Doz were looking at it as a failure. That's not a failure. In reality, it's not a failure. And so it's a credit to them for what they're achieving and what they are achieving. But you cannot do it without supporters. And as the chairman said, the trips away, you know, have been unbelievable. The support that we've had, in the numbers that we've had, has been unbelievable. Halifax on the 23rd of December, you know, the money's coming out of their wages, they've got this and that and the other. We still have supporters away at Halifax Town. We have supporters away at long trips that everybody doesn't get home to 10, 11 at night. And it's coming out of your pockets. It is coming out of your pockets, but we really do appreciate that. And this football club cannot do that without them, these players, Clive Baxter, but most important of you. So thank you very much from us. And that is me and done. Me done, Mr. Tommy Golder. Thank you.
Okay, we've got 2 more awards to go, and then the running order, such as it is completed. We start with the Young Player of the Year award, the Ralph Carr Young Player of the Year award, and named after one of our very distinguished former players, managers, directors. And his daughter Pat is now on the board, and deals with all things social media, which some of us don't understand, but she does, which is just as well. And she's going to come up now and present the award of the Ralph Carr Young Player of the Year award. And having heard what Bairdy said just now, it may not be a surprise, Young Player of the Year, Bradley Pearce.
He is. Why he's a defender.
Versus Brad. Look forward to seeing him next season once the foot is better. And the final award, the Club Player of the Year award, which is going to be presented by the manager Ian Baird. He's going to have to climb up here again. And this year, the Club Player of the Year award goes to Dale Bennett.
Yeah, go on, Dale.
Dale would like to say thank you.
Go on.
Cheers, thank you.
Don't drop it. I remember when Craig Benders, when all this stuff with his